Talk to him.
Classic codes, I ain't taking it slow. Forgive me, Lord, I woke up in that mode. Whether the winters were left in the cold.
The live reaction. We're going to get straight in. No, we're going straight into the story time. So there's a woman who said that she accidentally attended a freak off. So we're going to see how accidental it was. We're going to do our pause. We're going to give our reactions. You know, I'm chime in with the chat, the whole thing. We're going to get right into it, though. We ain't wasting no time. Let's go. See what she talking about, y'all.
Them freak offs. If Diddy is, and Cassie definitely is a victim, Diddy ain't the only person going down. So y'all want a story time about how I unintentionally attended a freak off. I think it's crazy because people think that only Diddy started these freak offs, but I'm pretty sure anybody in the industry can tell you exactly how often freak offs happen. Now, this was back in like 2016. It was in Atlanta, Georgia. I'm gonna get straight to the point. Invited out by a group of people that were in the entertainment industry because I was a dancer and I had pulls and connects. I had girls, so like anybody else that was in that time, everybody wanted to go to Atlanta. Atlanta was the Black Hollywood. So I go to this restaurant, nice ass restaurant. I made the comment that I was cold, and these people literally brought me a personal heater. Like, I mean, to me that was something because I was young and it's like, okay, little old me. Okay. So fast.
She had to explain why she was impressed. It's okay to be impressed. It's okay to be impressed. I mean, I think that's why we go do nice things so we could find it impressive. I mean, I get the whole idea of like act like you've been here before, but like, baby, you don't got to do that for the internet. It's perfectly fine for you to have been impressed with that experience. You know, we're in America. Customer service isn't necessarily at a premium. So for you to have been treated that way, it's okay. You don't have to explain like, oh, I was young. Like, it's okay to be impressed if you was 40. It's okay to be impressed, baby. But continue.
Fast forward that night, it was 3 men, and this is at the hotel. It was 3 men. I was family with one of them. So mind you, I was supposed to have 2 separate rooms. Everybody was in one room. I'm the only female in the room. That was the first red flag. I didn't care because I just knew at the end of the day, like I could call up a female and it's Atlanta, like come on now. Okay, we go to this party that I wasn't even intentionally invited to. It was like I was just a plus one. Mind you, I did know the dude very well. It wasn't like he was a stranger. No, we had done plenty of shows together with I don't want to name drop, but like I am just to show credentials. It was Jessica, Dom, Melissa, Stevie. We had to work with a couple people. Okay, at the time, Love and Hip Hop was just starting out. So later on that night, it was a party and it was a masquerade party. Did not know too much about masquerade parties. I just knew that it was this big mansion masquerade party and everybody had to wear masks. So walking in, everybody had the type of mask that you wear to your face. If you didn't have one or brought one, they had them like at the table as soon as you walked through the door. Mind you, you did have to have a code, like a secret word to get in. And once you get in, it was literally just like a regular mansion ballroom type of thing. So this is where it get crazy, right? So my homeboy or whoever you want to call him, he's an older dude. I'm younger. You probably would have thought the nigga was my sugar daddy, but if you know, you know. And for the people in the SIP, if you know the only man that I was hanging around and now he's locked up, you do the math. And no, it's not Diddy. Be for real. So anyway, this whole mansion party, it was like you wouldn't have known if it was any celebrities there, like I said, because everybody had on masks. And I don't think this had anything to do with like no. So the guy that I'm cool with, he wanders off and he leaves me because there was like this back room. It had a red rope and it was security standing there. And if you did not know anybody, like you had to know somebody to get in this back section. Okay. That's like alcohol. But y'all, the alcohol was not the same type of alcohol that I drink now. And I was not a drinker until I started dancing. So it really makes me think now how much I honestly did not remember. Like, I don't know, minutes. He comes back. He says immediately, y'all, we got to go. Y'all, when I tell you, when we get back to the room, this man act like he has seen a fucking ghost. And he literally told me, I'm trying to get straight to the point as possible. There were Asian kids that were performing sexual acts on Caucasian men. There were Vietnamese or Asian kids again.
Hold on, y'all. Hold on, y'all. Hold on, y'all. Hold on, y'all. This way different. This way. Whoa. Now listen, I know I do my best to give y'all authentic reactions, right? So I don't watch these before we go. I understood that she was going to give her experience. I understood that it may not have necessarily had anything to do with Puffy, but I didn't think she was going to say this right here, chat. Chat, what's going on? He said peasant lifestyle. Yeah. Listen, I ain't think we was getting here, chat. Children, not the babies. All right, y'all. She's censoring herself, so we're going to let her rock because she is censoring herself. She's not saying none of the trigger words, so she ain't going to get my account flag, so we're going to let her play ball. Let's go.
Serving Uggs on trays, dancing on top of tables, basically entertaining these men. And it was different rooms. It was room after room after room with this going on. He said that he was so disturbed because he had kids young. He had kids older than the kids that were doing all of this stuff. And the kids obviously had been so used to it. So honestly, it had me thinking, if a grown man is spooked out behind what he saw, what, like, how, till that day, y'all, when I say he was, like I said, promoters back then were not the same as promoters we're not the same as promoters now. Promoters back then actually booked people, like I said, we booked numerous of celebrities at the time, and it was never no problem. And like I said, the names that I dropped had nothing to do with this freak off, so that was just for credentials.
Listen to me, y'all. They always talk about these big houses in these back rooms. It's a consistent thing, right? These rooms, little rooms. It's rooms it's certain doors you don't open. It's certain doors you got to walk through. And rooms. They always talk about these rooms, man. And the problem is, for the right price, these people be going in these rooms. Y'all got to stay out of these rooms. Weird room. I've been in entertainment a long time, not for nothing. I've been in some rooms that got weird, but not that weird. Not none of the stuff at the trial that Diddy going through weird. Not weird like what this woman here talking about. Nothing weird like this here. But you know, I've casually seen somebody just partake in hard recreational stuff like we can't see it, like Cat Williams, like, do you know that I can see you? You just going right there, just no big deal, huh? Okay, well, hey. You know what I'm saying? Like, I seen some shit, but nothing like this right here. Dog. All right, come on.
But he stopped promoting, he stopped doing music, and he's also locked up right now for, like, I think drug charges, I don't know. But he was never the same after that. He saw, but a couple years later, after this whole Justin Bieber Yummy Yummy video came out, y'all, that stuff made me sick to my stomach, because as soon as you walk in, it was, just go watch that video if you ain't watched the video, but that's basically exactly how it happened. So I say that to say this.
Y'all seen this video she talking about, chat? Chat, y'all seen this video she talking about? I ain't saying this. Let me check Instagram. What they doing on IG, man? Shout out Bisco. Shout out P. Shout out Odaka. Okay. That's crazy. I ain't seen this yummy, yummy stuff. I don't even want to pull it up. I'm not trying to get flagged, y'all. Let's listen to her story, though.
Diddy is not the only one who had them freak offs. If Diddy is, and I can fact check everything. But anyway, stay tuned for the next story time about how one of the most famous rappers of their time tried to lie. Diddy is not the only one who.
All right, y'all. We've I'm sure we've all heard enough of this here. Look, man. Y'all gotta pay attention to what's going on. Before I move on to the next segment, y'all have got to pay attention to what's going on. Partaking in certain things begets you side effects, behaviors, just like gateway Uggs. Y'all know certain words I can't say. Just like those work, It works the same with behaviors. You start off doing a little bit of this, then you start doing a little bit of that, then you do a little bit of, and then before you know it, you don't have any boundaries anymore. Like we got to draw some hard lines in the sand. That's why I always talk to y'all about morals and principles, man. It can't be a price on everything. She talking about this dude was never the same. Brothers, y'all reading between the lines. Ladies in here, y'all reading in between the lines. He was never the same. Did he just only see stuff, or did something happen to him back there? Was it just what he saw? You see what I'm saying? You said the liquor wasn't really liquor all the way, right? It had some little sugar and spice to it. How long was he gone again? I'm just trying to do some math here, ladies and gentlemen. He quit his whole job. Seemed to have been a lucrative promoter. He just dropped everything, went back to the trap. Nah, man, that sounds deeper than just something you saw. Shit, that sounds deeper than something y'all saw. But listen, chat, we're gonna move off of this one. That was a crazy story time. I've been knowing about, how people get weird when they get this money. These people get bored. Then you got these humiliation rituals. The shit get wicked. You know what I mean? We can get off into that and do a whole episode, but I'd rather not.
Classic codes, I ain't taking it slow. Forgive me, Lord, I woke up in that mode. Weathered the winters when left in the cold. Harden my heart and now harden the flow. They don't